Welcome back to another semester. I would have preferred to greet you in person, but the administration canceled Coordination Day because it does not want the entire faculty to meet. Apparently, the same administration that wants to cut your benefits while the president increases his own does not have the courage to face the faculty, counselors, and staff, and certainly does not want your union leadership to speak directly to you. So welcome to MATC's first virtual Coordination Day. Despite the administration's attempts to censor us, we all know that we are working without a contract a year and a half after we began negotiations. The administration began bargaining by presenting us with over 60 takeaways from the faculty, 43 from the paraprofessionals, and 30 from the part-time faculty. Until this past summer, there was no movement at all by the college. After meeting with the state mediator for several sessions, the administration finally reduced the number of issues, although there were still significant takeaways left on the table. During these entire negotiations, Local 212's teams have proposed only a very limited number of issues, so the vast majority of the time was spent discussing the administration's many takeaways. The administration has repeatedly said that health insurance is its #1 priority, and it demanded that employees pay more of their health insurance. As we have reported, we are prepared to have employees pay more, but it is critical that it be done in a way that provides incentives to reduce usage, thus cutting overall expenditures and minimizing insurance increases. All credible studies point to the wisdom of this approach. In this regard, Frank Shansky, our Director of Labor Relations, took part in weeks of meetings in 2005 with MATC representatives and helped identify 3 areas of savings that would have saved the college and the taxpayer millions of dollars while reducing healthcare utilization. Incredibly, the college did not take us up on trying to implement these savings plans as soon as possible. It showed no urgency in attempting to recover these millions of dollars in savings, thus demonstrating that reaching an agreement was not its real goal, nor, apparently, was saving money. The district's only plan to deal with rising health care costs has been to state that it wants employees to pay a percentage of health insurance premiums over and above the costs our members already pay. Despite the overwhelming evidence that paying on premiums actually increases healthcare utilization and healthcare costs, and again, despite the fact that the research is clear in this regard, we made a number of proposals that would have required our members to pay more. Every time we made a proposal, the district's representatives seemed interested and made verbal counter-proposals. The meetings would end with the district saying it would come back with a counter-proposal. However, until the week before Christmas, they never once actually presented a counter-proposal. Instead, each time they returned with their original proposal as if the past discussion had never taken place. Finally, after we addressed the board about the administration's failure to engage in constructive bargaining, we received a real proposal on December 20th. Our teams immediately met and drafted a counteroffer that would increase the amount we pay for health care, but it would do so in a way that is fair to our members and that will help MATC reduce health cost increases. Remember, our health care agreement does not expire until June 30th, 2007. Yet 1 year ago, we offered to open up our health care 18 months early to capture savings. Instead of taking us up on the offer, the administration has preferred attacking employees to politicians and the media by releasing inaccurate salary figures. In the fall, Dr. Cole received a very generous contract. Lifetime health benefits after 6 years, an over 8% salary hike, and numerous other benefit increases. Our poster, "Got Contract, Dr. Cole Does," says it all. You have a right to be outraged at this double standard. that MATC's CEO deserves more and more salary and benefits, while the faculty, counselors, and staff who actually work with our students deserve less. The New York Times recently wrote that CEOs who cash in pension and stock options while gutting their employees' pensions had lost the moral high ground. This is sadly the case at MATC. Our request is simple, and it is just, that the administration work with us to achieve a voluntary settlement that is fair, a settlement that sends a message that all employees are valued, not just those at the top. Let me be clear. Local 212 has acted responsibly. Our proposals have been very modest and would save the college and taxpayers money. But we will not agree to changes that undermine the educational quality of this great technical college, nor will we allow the administration to destroy what previous generations of faculty and staff have worked so hard for. We and MATC stand on their broad shoulders. On the political front, I have better news. With the re-election of Governor Doyle and a Democratic majority in the Senate, attempts to gut our funding through misguided property tax freezes will not be on the agenda. At the same time, because our state aid has been cut by more than 50% over the last 15 years, we need to press for increases in funding if this college is to train the skilled and technical workers our state's economy needs. It's gratifying that business and community leaders have finally recognized that the biggest obstacle to prosperity in the state is a shortage of skilled workers. The solution, of course, is to invest in MATC and its faculty and staff. Now that the business and community leaders have recognized the important role we play, perhaps Dr. Cole will acknowledge it as well. We are the solution to the state's labor shortage. More importantly, we are the last and best hope for those in our community who have the least. So welcome back. We have important educational work to do and a contract to settle. Let's get to work on both.